I am Frosty. I live in Santa Cruz, California, Pleasure Point, and trying to facilitate people become successful in what their endeavors are is what I enjoy doing.
Oh, my name is Dion Ibarra. I live in Seaside, California, and I'm the founding director of the Wahine Project.
Okay, my name is Leslie Charles. I live in Salinas, California. I started Outrigger Canoe Club about 30 years ago, 1984.
Okay, my name is Gary Emich, and I live in the beautiful California coastal town of Pacifica, California. In fact, see the ocean right down there, about a quarter of a mile away. And once I retired from a real job, I reinvented myself as an aquapreneur.
My name is Jay Nichols. I'm a marine biologist, and I live on the Monterey Bay. I'm just outside the north end and just outside the south end, so just split my time.
My interest is really not helping you become a better surfer. My interest is helping you become a better human being. We use surfing as a medium, and I try to reach and touch you so that you can understand we are connected. We do have bonds, and that what we're doing is just like what somebody else is doing somewhere else, different country, different culture. But people try to attain, and they try to improve. As parents, that's what parents have always done. Try to make the life for their kids just a little bit better. If done well, that's what your goal is.
The Wahine Project is a community that we built that helps bring girls to the ocean and to bring them into a relationship with the ocean.
Very rewarding in my life. I've been able to work with kids and paddling, see them grow, see them get to love the sport.
Well, what the heck is an aquapreneur? And my definition of an aquapreneur is just someone who makes a living from anything related with open water swimming. So been a commercial Alcatraz event director, produced and wrote a DVD, authored a book on swimming from Alcatraz. I actually ended up swimming over 1,000 times from Alcatraz. Worked for a company out of Brighton, England called Swim Truck, who offers 1-week open water swimming vacations all over the world, and I was their guide in the British Virgin Islands and Baja, Mexico. Did some coaching, wrote some magazine articles, so that's what an aquapreneur does.
There's this, if you have an idea and everybody's telling you it's not a good idea, but you feel like it is, there's a moment where you have to decide whether you believe in yourself and that you think they're wrong, or maybe you're just delusional and they're right. And then you go for it.
Okay. For all people, and especially children, what's so important for them to be aware of, to be able to acknowledge in themselves, is how important they truly are.
Something I could never imagine how good it would make me feel. And so I just thought, being from where I'm from, what could I do for kids to open up doors and give them opportunities like I had obviously been given, and I just felt so grateful. I wanted to give back.
Being independent, really. We sort of shelter our kids a lot, and this is a way to show them to get past their insecurities, show them that they can get out and enjoy the water, enjoy the sport. We try to teach respect and teach them to be humble in what they do. Other than that, my whole purpose here is to see the kids strive and not to be afraid of life, not to be afraid of their journey, paddling is like a journey. You get out there not knowing what the water is going to do, what is expected. So you learn to respect the water. You learn to respect and be humble. And for me, paddling has brought in my life. It's got me closer to my children.
If there's one thing that I tell a group of kids is that they need to be able to go out and experience nature and enjoy it, and they'll learn something from it. That's a very personal question for me because there's a group called Youth Hosteling, and they offer a program in the Marin Headlands for inner city kids, and for a couple $100 you can send a whole classroom. And I'm not trying to do a promotion for them, but you can send the kids to the Marin Headlands for a weekend, and it just breaks my heart literally that some of these kids live in Oakland or San Francisco and they've never even seen the ocean.
If I had the opportunity to offer any sort of advice or wisdom to kids, I would remind them to get in the water every time. Figure it out. Wherever they are in the world, if it's cold, if it's not cold, if it's a river, a lake, a pool, an ocean, just figure out how to get in the water safely. That's good advice, I think, for a life well lived. Just get in the water.
A message to leave you with, truly, you matter. You matter to your parents, you matter to your family, you matter to your community, your friends. Truly, you do matter. You're important. We would be less as a community without you. And what you do and how you do it can influence the people around you. That's a big, big message to take. Thank you.
I would say keep coming back to the ocean. Let it fulfill you in every way that I know that it can, whether it's to, make you feel like the highest stoke. It can be a gift to you when you need some place to go to when you're feeling down. Let it console you. Let it fill you with everything that it can, and to give it the chance. And in the way that the ocean can give back to you, do whatever you can in your everyday life to give back to it. And that is a huge environmental statement in a little few words, because it's your everyday life that we can make small differences to benefit the ocean, because it's really one of our highest responsibilities, I think, to give back to the world, is to take care of the sea, because it certainly will take care of us just by sitting next to it.
You have to choose it, and I just try to spread the wisdom that I grew up with, and I hold on to that. I hold on to that a lot. I hold on to the culture I learned. The culture has brought me so much, respecting my culture, that's the only way I live right now. It's not about money. It's if I can help somebody, I'll help them, and I'll respect their journey.
I think open water swimming has changed me as a person to be better in tune with my body. I just remember some of the things that I was doing when I was 30, 35 years old. I'm happy that I'm still alive now, because if I were still doing them, I would have been dead years ago. And the open water swimming just really teaches you to be aware of your body, and to also be very thankful that as I get older, that I can still be out there doing those things. I mentioned that I'm going to turn 65 in a couple of weeks, and when I'm out there swimming in the bay and the water temperature's 50 degrees, I think, I hate being this cold, but guess what? I'm 65 almost, and I can still be out there doing it.
And everything on this.
I think the big idea is that we are ourselves water based. That's not just beautiful poetry. It's a fact. And that if you step way back a million miles and you look at us, we're a little blue marble. We're blue because of the water. If you go a billion miles away, we're still a pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan said. And we're not taking care of the water. That's a big problem. We need to. So I would just remind people of that if I had an opportunity to take that microphone and speak to the world, that it's all about water. Fall in love with your water and then do everything you can to fix what's broken. Would be I think everybody should be doing that. Doesn't mean you become an aquatic biologist or an activist or a policymaker. It just means that part of your work as a citizen connects to your local water. That's part of what you do. Some percentage of your life should be committed to taking care of the waterways that are close to you. If everybody did that, that would be transformative, like, instantly. Our politics around water would change, or the whole thing, the whole planet would change. So that's what I'd say. That's what I just said.
Awesome. Thanks, man.